Hey, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking Channel. I am Darren, of course, and today I'm going to do something. I've done one of these things before on the channel, but the other one I haven't. I'm going to make two different kinds of burnt ends today. We're going to make pork belly burnt ends, and we're going to make some hot dog burnt ends that are wrapped in bacon. These are going to be for my daughter's Friendsgiving that she's having today over at some friend's house from church. So I'm going to get ready to make these up. We're going to do the pork belly first, and then we're going to fix everything all together on the grill. So I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, guys, these both are going to be really easy to do, so make sure you try them out. One of the things we're going to do with the pork belly first is we're going to actually sous vide this because I want to get it all cooked and tenderized and have some of that fat render before we get it on the smoker. So we're going to take a couple of these pork bellies here that I've got from Costco. These are skinless pork bellies I just seasoned up with some regular barbecue rub, and we're going to sous vide them for 36 hours at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's going to, like I said, it's going to tenderize it. It's going to render some of that fat. It's going to cook it all the way through. So all we're doing when we put it on the smoker is getting smoke to it and letting it render and crisp up a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in the sous vide bath, and I'll see you guys back in 36 hours. Then we'll get everything together that we're going to put on the smoker to finish up, including the hot dogs with the bacon wrap on them. We don't really need to sous vide these because the hot dogs are pretty much going to cook in the smoker, and all we're doing is crisping up the bacon. So let me get the pork belly in for 36 hours in the sous vide bath, and I'll see you guys in 36 hours when we're putting everything on the smoker. All right, guys, it's been 36 hours, believe it or not, and I got my pork belly all done. It's all rendered down, cooked all the way through, ready to go. I got my bacon out here. I got my Nathan's Famous hot dogs that we're going to use for our hot dog burn ends. I'm using Fresh Jack's Rosy Cheeks barbecue, maple bourbon barbecue spice. So it's a little sweet, a little heat. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap these hot dogs in bacon, cut up our pork belly, cover them with the barbecue rub, and then we're going to put them in the smoker. I'm going to put them on the Masterbuilt 800 gravity fed that I'm using here, and I've already got that getting up to temp. It's already up to about 240 to 240 degrees. We're using a little bit of hickory and a little bit of cherry wood. Get some nice smoke flavor to these. So it's going to be really easy. I'm just going to show you real quick how I'm going to do these. I'm going to put them on separate pans, of course. So I'm going to take one of my pork bellies here, move my pan. Yeah, let's get the pork belly out of the way first, and I will show you how I'm going to do the hot dog burn ends. First, I got my rack, and we're going to put the sauce on after they get some color and get that rub baked in. Then we're going to sauce them up, so I'll show you how we're going to do that. But let's just go ahead and I'll show you how I'm going to do the hot dogs real quick, and get this open. I'm not going to bore you and go over the whole thing. I got some bacon already opened here, but I'm sure we're going to use all of it, plus need this other pack. And you can use any kind of bacon. I prefer, when I'm doing something that's wrapped in bacon, to use the thinner or classic cut bacon, just because I don't really want that really thick chewy bacon on there for this type of application. So we're going to cut the hot dogs like in thirds here. I want them a little bit bigger than bite size. So if you have a standard hot dog, so probably about 1.5 inches or so, maybe 2 inches thick. So you should be able to get 3 pieces out of it. And what you're going to do is you're just going to pretty much take about the third of a slice of bacon as well. So just cut the bacon in 3 spots, and just go ahead and roll it up just like you would any normal bacon wrapped hot dog. You just want to get it wrapped right up tight, and then you're going to take a toothpick and we're going to pin it right through just so that the bacon stays on. And what I'm going to probably do is take these toothpicks out before we sauce them. And this is just so you can keep the bacon on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. Then we're gonna show you how we're gonna do the pork belly. So let me get the rest of these done and I'll be right back. Whew. All right guys, my smoker is up to temp here. And all I'm gonna do is put these hot dog burn ends in this big bowl here. I might just do a few at a time, just so I can make sure they get well coated. And then we're just going to put them right back on the rack, and then we're going to stick them in the smoker. So I got a good handful in there. So you just want enough of this on there to coat it, and it's going to get a nice crust to it. So just put a nice amount and then just toss it. Make sure they get coated pretty good. Get that bacon all coated with the rub. It's really that simple, guys. And then just take them out and lay them out on the pan. And these are gonna cook up, render the bacon down, get a nice crust on them. Some of these start coming apart, just fix them. They should be all right. Just fix these up, lay them out in the pan, and then we're gonna stick them in the smoker, get some smoke to them. All right, let me get these finished, then we'll work on the pork belly. All right, guys, I got my pork bellies out of the bag and cleaned them off as much as I could. And like I said, you're gonna leave some of this stuff, some of this moisture on there, so it's gonna attract the rub and then smoke when we put it in the smoker. So all we're really gonna do with these is cube them up. So just take it about an inch or so, and this is gonna render some more fat down, so these are gonna get smaller. So about an inch or so like this. We're gonna toss them in the bowl, and then we're just gonna put some of the seasoning on it. And then we're gonna put them on the smoker. So, all right guys, I'm gonna finish this up. We're gonna put rub on, just like that. I don't want to do all this while you're sitting there watching me. So we pretty much just toss all the rub on there you can get, stick them on the pan. And I got these on a rack, on a pan, just because I want the smoke to be able to get underneath them and pretty much cover the entire surface so that it's not laying flat on a pan. So that's how we're going to do it, guys. I'll get these all done, then we put them on the smoker. I'll be back. Well, there you have it, guys. That's what they look like before they go on the smoker. They're all seasoned up. Got my hot dogs here, got my pork belly over here, and two different kinds of burnt ends, both going to be delicious. Those are all beef hot dogs, by the way, guys. So all beef hot dogs wrapped in bacon. So it's going to be awesome. Let me get these on the smoker. All right, guys, here they are. And this is before I sauce them here. So I just want to show you what these things look like. They've got a nice bark to them. This is the pork belly. Let's get you a little closer look here without spilling them. So make sure you can see them. Nice color to those. And here's the wieners. Pigs in a blanket, if you want to call them that. But we're calling them hot dog, bacon wrapped hot dog burnt ends. So all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to toss these in this bowl with some of the sauce. We're going to toss it up and put them back on and glaze them up. So I'm going to put about half in the bowl at a time. Try not to make it so where they fall apart. And I don't want to get too much of that bark off of there, so I don't want to overload this bowl. I'm not going to bore you with doing them all. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do a few of them, and then we're going to put them back on and then let the smoker finish these up pretty good. So that's it for now. Put these down. Don't want to mess anything up. So I'm just going to squirt sauce in there. Just like that. And just toss them around. Some people like to put their burnt ends, you know, cover them with butter and all kinds of stuff, and then get them really, really, really wet. I don't like that. I just want to get a little bit of sauce on them and then glaze them up, kind of like you would with ribs. You know, let them glaze over. So just enough sauce to get them wet, get that flavor on them without messing up the bark that's already on there. Kind of like a candied glaze kind of color. That's what we're going to be looking for. So just like that, guys. So I'm going to finish putting these out. And we'll stick them back in the smoker. So I'll do the same thing with the hot dogs when I'm done with this. But I'll be back. I don't want to bore you with all this work. So I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys. These are done and ready to go. I can't wait to taste them. I'm going to put a few on the plate here, just so you can see how they turned out. That pork belly looks awesome. I probably could have left them in there for a little bit longer to get a little bit more of that glaze to them. But we're running out of time. My daughter's got to be at her dinner here in about 20 minutes, and they're only 10 minutes away. So I'm going to go ahead and try these out. Try to put these out so you guys can get a nice look at them here. Show these up close so you can see them. Got your pork belly right here. You got your bacon wrapped hot dog burnt ends. So two different kinds of burnt ends, guys. Can't go ahead and try the hot dog one. I'm going to try to get a smaller one here so I don't burn my mouth, because they just came out. Melt in your mouth. All kinds of flavor. And taste that rub, the bacon, the nitrates from the hot dog. Those were all beef hot dogs, so they were pretty good. Oh, here's a little piece of the pork belly. Again, guys, melts in your mouth. All kinds of flavor. That flavor from the fat, all rendered down. It's awesome. Check it out, guys. Pork belly burnt ends, cooked sous vide first. Hot dog, bacon wrapped hot dog burnt ends. Try them out for yourself. Really easy to do. Good for get-togethers. Nobody else is going to do it, I guarantee it. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you subscribe and like and share, and I'll see you again on the next fire and water cooking video. Thanks.